Welcome back to the podcast. If you are a healer that feels like you should be able to handle everything on your own, like you are some kind of robot, then this episode is for you. It is a common trap that healers start to feel completely unsupported, as though you have to be in control of everything and you have to be across everybody. So, whether that's your patients or your clients, maybe it's your staff, your colleagues, even your family, but you always seem to be the one who's organized, who's planning. People might assume that you're some kind of control freak. But in this episode, I'm going to dive into how this block shows up and why you feel so unsupported, what's at the root of this, and how you can start to shift it. So let's start with how this block is going to show up. Now, remember, subconscious blocks or samskaras are communicated to us through our energy bodies. Because they're subconscious, they're below our conscious awareness. So we need to use our energy bodies to show us where they are. So physically, the first place this is likely to show up is in your knees. If you think about the function of your knees, they are to support the body weight above. So if you're feeling unsupported, then that's a go-to place for it to show up. Remember, your energy bodies are trying to get your attention. So they're trying to make this as easy as possible. And sometimes it's pretty literal. The next place it's going to show up is in your energy. And it's going to show up as some kind of a lack of energy. So maybe the tiredness, the feeling drained. It can also show up as a lack of motivation. And people can misinterpret this for being lazy, but that lack of motivation is actually feedback from your energetic body. And then it's going to show up in your emotions as well. So resentment is huge here. Why can't anybody see that I'm struggling? Why are they not helping me? It's going to show up as judgment. Like, how dare they just sit there sipping their coffee while I'm running around like a headless chicken? And it's also going to show up as blame. Can't they see that I need help? Why aren't they offering? Now, when you take all of this feedback from your energy bodies, you can start to get curious. So I'm noticing that I'm feeling resentment. I'm noticing that, I'm feeling unsupported right now. And your energy bodies always speak to you to bring something to your awareness. They never give you information because your partner needs to do better, or because your colleague needs to try harder, or because your patient or your client is wrong in any way. It's always for your benefit. It's always trying to bring something to your attention so that you can rewrite it, which is amazing because it means that we hold all the keys. It's really, really empowering, but it means that we have to also take radical responsibility. So this is where we make that shift between it being, something external that's causing it to us, and we take our power back and go, oh, okay, this is information for me. What do I need to clear, heal, rewrite in this moment? So this is the kind of work that I teach you inside Unwind. I teach you how to take all that information that your energy bodies are showing you and rewrite it, just using simple shifts through your everyday life. So where does this block come from? Why do you feel chronically unsupported? The root of this is really a lack of trust. It's a subconscious block, a samskara, that you've baked into your body, your energy field around a lack of trust. So you struggle generally with trust. And it'll have been reinforced along the way. So remember, the samskara or the energetic impression is left in your body and your energy field. And then it becomes a subconscious program. And then your brain starts to look for evidence saying, see, it's true. And that's the filter that we start to live our life through. So, for example, you might go on holiday and you come back and things have happened at work. See, I can't trust my staff when I'm on holiday. You see, I can't trust my colleagues to keep things going, when I take a break. So you'll have been getting all of that reinforcing evidence along the way as well. You see, I just can't trust people to help me. And it's one of the big 3 blocks that trigger a survival response in your nervous system. So it keeps you on high alert. It keeps your body and your mind literally scanning the environment, looking for danger. Did the receptionist remember to do that thing that I asked her to do? Did my colleague remember to make that call that we talked about? Did my partner or my spouse remember that they're supposed to buy milk on the way home? Your mind is continually scanning, looking for all the danger, all the things that could possibly go wrong. Because that subconscious part of you believes that if it can preempt these things, if it can think about them ahead of time, then you can come up with a plan and it'll keep you safe. But that is absolutely exhausting. That is why you are so tired, even though you slept 8 hours. That is why you struggle to sleep, because you're still so wired, because your mind is still scanning the environment. It's why you can't switch off, because switching off seems dangerous when I should be looking for danger. If I sleep and I relax, then I might miss something. It's why you're unusually snappy, because whatever is happening, somebody's trying to say something to you, it's not important. We're prioritizing, survival here. And so you snap because it's whatever that person is saying is not a priority to you right now. It's why you're so tense. It's why you're clenching your jaw and grinding your teeth. So how do we shift out of this? Now, as with anything, awareness is the key. In any transformation that you're trying to make, awareness is always going to be the first step. So once you've noticed the feedback and the information that your energy bodies are giving you, you can start to identify, I think I have a subconscious block here. And with that, you have the opportunity and the invitation then to start rewriting it. And this one largely comes down to trusting yourself. You are never ever going to truly trust anybody else. You're never going to truly trust your patients, your colleagues, your staff, your friends, your family, your dog, until you can truly trust yourself. And it's something that you learn how to do again. And it's around trusting your own word, what you promised yourself. That is huge. It's around trusting yourself to handle big emotions, big situations, trusting yourself that you can figure stuff out. This is all the stuff that we talk about inside Unwind, and I show you, exactly how to do that step by step. But the work that I do in my one-to-one spaces is we go back to the time that this pattern was created, and we heal that in the Akashic Records. And it blows my mind every time, because you think, wow, that's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And it is, unless you have the help of the Akashic Records. And the Akashic Records are an information field but they're also a healing field. So, something that would take you hours and hours in therapy to heal, you can heal in an instant in that quantum field. So that is what we do. First of all, we go back and we heal that part of you so that it doesn't need to be on high alert anymore, so that there is no samskara in your body and your energy field for your nervous system to keep reacting to. So that's step one. And then I show you how to shift your daily habits so that you start to learn how to trust, instead of just on autopilot doing everything the way you used to do it and reinforcing all those habits of, you see, I can't trust anybody to help me. I can't trust anybody to support me. And then, I'll go through this bit. So this could look like, I'll just give you one of those little shifts. So this could look like you deciding that you are just going to trust that your partner remembered to buy the milk. So you're going to have the conversation and poof, you're just going to forget about it. You're not going to think about it for the rest of the day. You're just going to forget about it and you're going to trust that they remember. So can you imagine how much energy and brain space and bandwidth you have just saved right there, instead of that going round and round in your mind all day? And this is what happens. Either they are going to remember to buy the milk, in which case you have just learned to relax and trust. You have just earned a trust rep. You see, I can relax and let people help me. Or they're going to forget to buy the milk and you're going to realize that you didn't die. Because at the root of all survival programs is some kind of threat to your survival. And that is why the nervous system response is so strong. That is why it will override everything else. It thinks your meditation is cute. It thinks your mindset work is cute. It will override all of that because it's a tripwire to keep the species alive. It's a tripwire to keep you alive and the entire species alive. So it's got to be strong. It's at the root of it. It's always, if I am abandoned by my tribe, then I'm going to starve and I'm going to die. If I am rejected by my tribe, I'm going to starve and I'm going to die. If I am shunned by my tribe, I am going to starve and I'm going to die. And that is what you are dealing with in your nervous system. And that is why getting to the root of it is so, so key. So when your partner does forget to buy the milk, you can show your nervous system, in fact, I did not die. This is okay. I can just stop at the shop on my way home and I can get it. I'm resourceful. I trust that I can handle this. And you also got a trust rep. So this isn't about what the other person does. It is about how you can rewrite trust in your system. And then the last step I do, not in unwind. So the Akashic Records is not an unwind, and this step is not an unwind. But I help you rewrite a new subconscious program where trust is just your default. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. It is just baked into your system, the same as that samskara was that was leading you astray. Now we bake something else into your system that actually supports you. So we bake and soak your subconscious in trust so that it's just who you are. So look for the feedback that your energy bodies are giving you. So whether that's the knee pain, the resentment, the lack of motivation, all the things that we have spoken about today, and use that as information and start rewriting. Okay, I'm feeling unsupported. I know it's around a lack of trust. I'm getting this information. Let me start doing that. And this all comes down to you. Until you have reconnected to that internal frequency of trust first, it will not be mirrored back to you. Until you can trust yourself first and you have strengthened that connection to that frequency, only then will it be mirrored back to you by the people in your surroundings. And I will say that once you up level and you upgrade and you embody this frequency, then it's an invitation for the people around you to do the same. So take this, run with it, DM me on Instagram as always, and let me know your takeaways. Let me know what landed for you. And as always, I look forward to connecting with you on the next podcast.